No, 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 no. Oh, he tried it. Oh! Bruh, 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 bruh.
Game itself doesn't utilize the GPU at all. 0%, 1%, like none. It only prioritizes your CPU and your RAM, which is, yeah. Oh yeah, another step to improve FPS is to just buy RAM. Just buy better RAM. So what's up guys, I'm back with another Warzone tutorial. I mean it's not a tutorial at all actually. It's just an advice. So here is a gameplay that I recorded after having upgraded my RAM. Now I upgraded it to 16 gigabytes total. I've occupied all 4 channels. So it's 4x4 gigabytes of RAM. So now I have a total of 16 gigabytes of RAM. And this game plays perfectly, honestly. 16 gigabyte RAM, it's quite amazing how, quite drastic how the changes are between 16 gigabyte RAM and 8 gigabyte. You, if you want to play this game smoothly, you have to have 16 gigabytes of RAM minimum, honestly. I can alt tab, I can exit the game like properly, like before when I tried to exit or alt tab, it would just freeze. It would shit itself all over the bed. Like there's no chance that I would be able to alt tab or quit the desktop like smoothly. After having upgraded the RAM, it's perfect. There's no stuttering. There's no frame drops. Although looking at the gameplay, I have around 80 plus FPS. Sure, it's not the optimal gaming uh, frames like 144 FPS, but I can just turn it down. Uh, I just can turn it down. I can just turn it down. Basically, I can turn the resolution down. I can turn all the shadows and everything down, and I probably get more. But this was just on my default video settings. I've reset the graphics settings, and this is the default, and it looks fine, and it plays fine. I'm not getting frame rate issues. So yeah, I really that this is actually the only solution to actually having to, like, if you want to fix frame drops or issues, textures not loading, yada yada, frame drops, stutters, I don't know. This is the only solution that you can do, is to upgrade your RAM, 16 gigabytes. It's marvelous. It's mind blowing how much the difference is between 16 gigabyte RAM and like lower, because this game really occupies a lot of memory, at least 12. If you look at the can I run it stats, minimum of 12 gigabyte of RAM is needed to play this game. If you have less than that, it would occupy your hard drive and use virtual memory instead, which is actually slower than your memory. I mean, this is basic PC class or CS class or whatever, to know that your hard drive is actually much slower than your memory. So the way it works is that it will use your hard drive as a virtual memory to page all the texture files and all the map files and everything from your hard drive. So it will stutter a lot, especially if you use a low RPM hard drive, like 5400 RPM, 7200 RPM. It's slower than the memory, so it's always recommended to just get memory instead. Uh, if you feel like if you are using lower than 16 gigabytes of RAM, go ahead and check your virtual memory allocated space, like automatically, not like, you know, you. So yeah, the ones that you gave. What am I talking about? I'm starting like a retard. The automatic allocation of your virtual memory. Look at that. It will probably be a really high number, like 9,000 megabytes or something. It's because your computer uses your hard drive as a virtual memory, syncing up with your actual RAM as well to play the game. Because the game, the game cannot take all the RAM from your 8 gigabytes of RAM or something, because then other apps and other programs will stop working. So if you have around 8 gigabytes of RAM, it will allocate around 3,500 megabytes or 3.5 gigabytes of them for the game, and then it would use the rest of it from your hard drive. That's just how it works if you don't have enough. But now I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. It would just use quite a lot of it on RAM only. It would not use my hard drive as much. So I really recommend it. This is the only way. I have no other solutions for you. I mean, of course, Activision or Infinity Ward could optimize this game a little bit better, but I mean, this is all we got. They haven't even. They've actually made it worse. Season 3 was running like crap on most people's PCs, even worse than before. At least before, when I had 8 gigabytes of RAM, I could play Season 2 like fine, 100 FPS plus with a bit of stutter here and there. But now Season 3 is like just completely shits the bed. Like I couldn't even run it. It was stuttering like a spastic. Look at the beginning of this video. Those are some examples of some stutters that happened during a plunder game. And that's not even the worst of it. The worst of it comes when you go around an area of the map that you've never really gone to or discovered. Or during gunfights, you would just stutter and just lose. You would freeze. It's kind of disgusting. Like, yeah, honestly, buy RAM, you would have a great time. And also, Activision, if you're listening, please fix the game. Please optimize it for at least medium tier PCs. Come on, I have a 1060 and an i7-8700 with 16 gigabytes of RAM, or well, before I had 8. Even then, you should still be able to optimize it properly. I don't get it. I don't get the business plan behind Call of Duty, Activision. They're trying to make this game free for everyone to play, so they would have a higher, like, better reach to everyone. But they've just completely poorly optimized the game. So really, your demographic, like your target audience, can't even play this game just because people who tend to play free games are have lower end PCs, so it's kind of useless. Yeah, I would link a video in the description, a comparison between 8 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of RAM playing Warzone. 8 gigabytes of RAM, it's complete garbage. Just don't bother. It's trash. Get at least 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's just way better. Plus, new games coming out. 16 gigabytes, like 8 gigabytes of RAM is probably not gonna be enough in the future. So yeah, I mean, look, the gameplay hasn't even like stuttered or froze. It's great actually. Now I can actually play this game without contemplating whether or not I want to. So yeah, guys, I think that's it. I'm just gonna leave up the gameplay because I want to watch. I mean, I don't really have anything to say. It's just a normal gameplay, and yeah, I guess this is the end of it. I don't really know if I can make more Warzone FPS tutorial videos. I mean, I'm not like a hacker or a computer science expert to be able to like break down the binaries and the data to find the most optimal freaking optimization. It's no, there's nothing you can really do if you have to go that far to only get like proper frame, then you just know this game is not properly optimized. Don't bother, just wait it out. I mean, yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.